Hey, my friends, this is Vineet, and today on HEX Star episode, we have Shubra Acharya from Bangalore. Shubra has recently graduated from 10 weeks of HEX Intensive Diamond Program, and she has become an HEX Star. Congratulations, Shubra.
Thank you.
So happy to have you here, and you won a trophy. Yes, you're an HEX Star. This is amazing. This is amazing. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels absolutely amazing. I haven't won a trophy since I finished school, which was like decades ago. So this feels really good. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything that you've done, Vineet.
So happy to have you here. But tell us, how's been the experience for you, Shubra, in the last 10 weeks? How's been the journey for you?
Actually, I wouldn't call it any short of transformational because it truly has been. And it was all baby steps towards working towards the goals. It never felt overwhelming. It's been a very smooth transition, and there was very good handholding throughout, and in the form of PAL calls, through your support, through the support team of HEX, and the weekly meets that we would have. It's amazing to have a similar a group of people who are there for the same reasons, right? So that there's nothing that can be more powerful than that. So and what I've learned during this course, it's been kind of ingrained in my head. It was not like read something and write an exam and forget it the next day. It's been truly transformational. I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing it.
Absolutely amazing to hear that. So please share with us, Shubra, what have been your top results? In fact, what was the reason that you enrolled into the program, and how's been the top 3 results for you?
I enrolled into the program actually, not for weight loss or weight gain as such. I've not had a problem with that, but I've had an autoimmune condition in my stomach, which has been, just going on and on for about 2.5 years. And it had started to affect me in a lot of ways, actually, in terms of energy, in terms of, it's an autoimmune condition, which I just couldn't figure out what was triggering it. I was told it's allergic, which means it could be something to do with the food. But, I was asked to keep logs of it, but it wasn't helping because, I would write sambar and pulao and whatever. It just wasn't helping, wasn't going anywhere. And when I came across this HEX course, I decided to go, all in and give it my best, because I did not want to be, and because I was actually asked to take steroids, which I know are terrible. And because it's autoimmune, it's only steroids, they said. And they said, whenever you have episodes, you take it, and sort of. So I'm quite young. I don't want to be dependent on those for the rest of my life. And I think that's the best decision I made. So that's why I joined the course firstly. And my reductions in the past 10 weeks, I haven't had a single occurrence of my episode. Episode for me would mean usually in the second half of the day, I would have a weird sensation in my stomach, which would completely zap my energy out. And I would be very low throughout the evening. And till afternoon, I wouldn't know whether today is a good day or a bad day. So, I haven't had a single episode of that in the last 10 weeks. And I think that comes from the fact that I now know what I'm doing, why I'm doing, what I'm putting into my body. So, that's why I say it's absolutely transformational for me.
That is amazing. That is really, that's fantastic. You did not have even a single episode. Now tell us about your energy levels. Tell us about your other things, about your skin, about like day-to-day mood. What has been the impact?
So as a result of this stomach problem that I was having, there was a constant stress or anxiety that I used to face, and which as a result would spread to a lot of other things that I do, like, at work or with family, in relationships and everything. There would just be a constant stress, a nagging thing in the background. And now that this is gone, I'm able to focus so much on, what the future holds, like, on planning, on, planning my travels, which is something that I really like to do, on my business. There's so much more focus because this is just out of the way. It's nothing. I don't even have to think about it anymore. So, and my skin is glowing. I don't know if you can say from the video, but
Absolutely.
they say my skin is glowing. So I'd like to go with that as well. And energy has been really good. I used to have a very weird lifestyle in the sense that I would sleep really late, I would wake up really late, and then it would, the stress would accumulate each day and everything. I have gotten very disciplined, I can say. That and it feels so good because I can see it on my body now, showing up in so many ways. And energy levels have been fantastic. I can do a 12-hour run of work every day and still have the courage to go and go out for a drive after that. So couldn't have asked for more.
Absolutely, absolutely amazing. In fact, we have this EV score, energy vitality score, wherein we track and measure also. And I think in your case, it was 5, and
Yes.
now it has gone to 8, right?
It's 8.25.
8.25. That is amazing. So tell us, how does it feel when you know it's not a mystery, it's not a punishment given by the source or the universe, but there is a cause and effect,
Yes.
and you kind of getting a sense of it. What is the cause and what is how the effect comes into your life and gives you a lot more control in life. So tell us, just tell us a bit more about the personal transformation, what changes it has made in your personal life. You of course talked about the travel, that nagging thing is not there, but
Yeah.
in your life, and then you run an organization also, correct?
Yes.
So what has been the ripple effect? How do people see you, the new Shubra, who feels like can go on and on and on? And then you said that I can even work for 12 hours and then go for a long drive. So firstly, how does it feel to get back that sense of control in life, that you kind of figured out a cause and effect? And secondly, what are the ripple effects for that in the ecosystem?
Right. I think when this was diagnosis had happened, I'd gone into a sort of I was feeling very bad for myself, and I think the next day I joined the course and I decided to give it my best. Right. Now during the course of this, I decided to do everything, like not hold back or not question, because I've done that for 2.5 years. It's not taken me anywhere. I'd spent a humongous amount of money on blood tests and scans and everything. And if I actually have to tell you, I counted it down and it came out to 89,000 rupees worth of thing. But you don't realize it when it's going in, 1,000 A test, 2,000 this test, 10,000 CT scan. You don't realize it during that time. But after and the funny thing is that despite doing all of that, I had still no idea. I would still just pray that today let it be a good day. Oh God, please today, not today, because I have a wedding to attend. Please don't give me stomach pain. Like, you're not at all in control, and that's the worst feeling ever. And now during the course, the kind of content that you have been kind enough to share, I know what is what. Like, now nobody can just come and give me some marketing spiel about something and try to sell me something. It will not work with me because I know what's good, what's not. And that is the biggest power. And although now sometimes I slip in the sense that I go places, I do stuff, right? But I know exactly that I'm doing it by choice. And I know exactly how to reverse it. Like, today, it was a slip up, but I know what to do to bring it back. So
Yes.
Even when I get a feeling that, okay, now another one day, if I continue this way, I know my sensation is going to come back, and I know exactly because of what it's going to come back. So that's the biggest power one could have. I'm not relying on Jyotish and gods to save me anymore. I'm doing it on my own.
Absolutely, going into Newton's third law, knowing action and reaction, knowing
Absolutely.
cause and effect, and living it. I think that sense, that revelation why it is happening, and then how to, even like you said, even if I slip, I know how to reverse it. I think that must be feeling so powerful, right? You must be feeling so empowered.
Absolutely. That is the biggest thing. Considering my condition, it is the biggest thing. Because I went for 2.5 years without knowing what it is, what to do
Yes.
about it. And the
Yes.
answer was always, if it happens again, you take this medicine. Like, so sad that is.
Absolutely. So I think this is absolutely powerful for you to even stop it and know the cause and effect. But tell us, how do people see the new Shubra? Like Shubra who can work 12 hours and then go for a ride, like, and you run a business also.
Yes.
How do people see the new you? Like, are they terrified? Are they in appreciation? Do they see you as a role model, or they say, "Oh my God, Shubra now unstoppable"? What
Yeah.
has been the compliments and the reaction from the ecosystem that you
Yeah.
are in?
So I run a business along with my brother, and there used to be days together when second halves I would take off because my stomach would this one, and then things just pile up, and then you know how when you're not in a flow, there's a break, and then next day you're going for a blood test, and then there's a break. It's such a mess. But in the last 3 months, I have traveled extensively, both on work and otherwise, and I come back in the middle of the night sometimes from a travel, and the next morning I have, like, everything is going as per my calendars. I don't have to reschedule things, and now it's like set that, if I have, like, my entire day in at work works on calendar being created, and now it's like a set thing that, okay, if Shubra's calendar is there's no way it's going to be missed, whether she's traveling, whether she is whatever, wherever she is, the call is going to happen. So there is like a certainty to my everyday, and what's got to be done gets done. That's it. There's no two ways about it. So, yeah, and in, like, I head into office at 9 o'clock every day with my big bottle of, like my food, which now I don't eat out at restaurants or whatever. So I carry my food. So everybody is, very aware, okay, she's on to something, and it's evidently working for her. So wow, nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome that you get a certainty in your schedule, and nothing is going to stop you for that. So whatever is getting planned and it's there on your calendar, that gets done, right? So it's like you're becoming invincible, almost like unstoppable. Amazing to hear. So tell us, there have been many small things and processes and systems that we have in the 10 weeks program.
Yeah.
If you have to pick up your top three, what would be they?
I think the biggest thing for me would be the power of the videos that were shared. It was like it had become like a ritual. Like, first thing in the morning, I get up and I watch it, and then I know what needs to be done. And then, you set the pace for the day. You understand a few things, and then throughout the day, you're observing yourself so much more better. And for me, that was amazing. I would really enjoy watching the daily content that would come, because it was very, very powerful. The second would definitely be the habits that were created as part of the process. In so many ways, the habits that were formed. I finished the course now, but the habit continues. Like, for everyone in my family now, that habit is there. Of planning and everything. Then the third most powerful thing is the power of the group. That you similar energy, everybody, and I'm very competitive, so I'm very competitive, and I haven't had a competition to participate in since school. So the point system and everything, I'm a huge believer in gamification. And the gamification that's been done, like, I try to do that in everything we do at office also, to make it fun and create a sense of healthy competition. So that worked really well for me, like the process that are set, and to make it a habit, the games that were created around it and everything work beautifully for me. And of course, the pal call. I'm great friends with my pal now, and it's been a constant support. And when you have a pal and they're not being judgmental of anything that you're doing, and you're kind of in a similar boat, and you're just pushing each other. So I think these four would be like the things I like the most in the course.
Great and awesome to hear that. So on that note, Shubra, if you have to, just a hypothetical question, if you have to rate this program on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, how much you would rate? And
I would definitely rate it 10. Nothing lower than that. I was actually sad that the course got over, and I was worried whether I'll be able to stay on track. But it's been powerful enough. That's the power of habit creation, I guess.
Great to hear that. So the last question, Do you remember when we were talking and we were having this conversation, and sometimes the students, they're not sure about themselves, they're not sure about the program, they're sometimes not even sure about investing on their health, because that's not how the popular culture works. People may end up spending in hospital pills, whatever, but when it comes to investing on their health, some question, some small voice starts coming. Am I worthy? Should I invest on my health and wellness? So let's say if someone is watching this interview first time and they have the same thoughts going on in their mind, what would be your message to them?
See, through the course of the program, I've learned to understand that we've been taught to just do whatever the medical, we are very comfortable going to a doctor and taking medicines and everything. And we don't realize how much we actually end up spending, and that's for life. And in my case, I'm just speaking for myself, right? It was just meant to be for life. And like I mentioned earlier, I've spent just 89,000 rupees over a period of 2 years on trying to figure out through tests as to what's going on in my body, and still didn't get an answer. So, if you have, if you really want to fix up your life, I think we don't realize how much we're otherwise spending just because we are, paying for a course or doing something in a very methodical manner. And we're like, oh my God, is it worth it? Am I worth it? Sort of a thing. But I think if you have something that's bothering you health wise and nutrition wise and everything, it's way lesser to do the course because you're then sorted. We don't realize that otherwise for the next 10 years, we're spending 100 times more. So I have absolutely no regrets, and I would strongly suggest people do this to save the medical expenses and so many other things, and build a house or go on an international trip with that money instead.
Okay, absolutely lovely and powerful message, Shubra. And I'm so happy that you were part of the family, you were part of the program, that we were together for 10 weeks. I absolutely loved working with you. And I'm so happy that you've been an action taker. You've actually been an HX star. You got the trophy. You did it. And now you are living that life. You've acquired the knowledge why it is happening, what was the cause and effect. And now things get done. Things get done, and there is a certainty in your life and business.
Yes.
So super happy to have you in this program wherein we work together and we got the results that we desire to have, and wishing you all the best. I know you are going to rise and shine.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vineet. I have to take this moment to thank you and Deepthi and the entire team, really, because mine was not just, chalo, let's get better. This was like a serious thing for me, and it was affecting in so many ways. So I can't thank you enough. Deepest gratitude for showing me the direction in this regard.